Right, let's talk about your visual focal points. Hopefully you're standing sideways in a mirror. The visual focal point is going to be the sternum, and obviously we're going to be raising the sternum up and down. And your other visual focal point is going to be what's happening in the lower lumbar spine region, or actually the entire spine, how the spine as a whole is responding to this motion. All right, so right here, let's give you a real good visual. Let's first look at the sternum area. Obviously the sternum is up, and now I'm going to drop it down. And then it's going to go up, and we're going to drop down. Now I want you to note visually how the lower lumbar spine, or actually the whole spine, the lumbar spine is kind of the primary thing that you're visually going to be able to see. But let's see what happens when I'm up. You can see there's a significant more arch in the back. Now remember, I haven't gone into neutral pelvis yet, so I realize there's too much arch in the back, but that's something, a sensation we want you to be able to feel. And so let's look at, you can kind of see the clear silhouette of my spine position here. That's still a better position than the last position. And put that line back up there. Sorry about that. And now watch the black silhouette of my shirt and what happens. Look at the flattening of the lower lumbar curve. And then now I actually have a rounding in the upper back right here. And my head drops forward, the shoulder drops forward as a result of that. All right, so now let's make the shoulder the focal point here. Right here. I want you to note how far back that shoulder is actually going to move. By me moving, again, I'm moving my rib cage. I am not squeezing my shoulder blades together or pulling my shoulders back. So if you've had posture coaching in the past and they told you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, I'm specifically saying do not do that. The first thing you're going to do, step one, is raise the sternum up, lengthening the spine. You're raising it way up. That brought the shoulder and the head back pretty good. I don't have a lot of problem with the forward shoulder. So, and now let's look at how far forward my head moved. Remember, for every inch forward, the head is off center. Add 10 to 12 pounds of pressure to the spine. I'm guessing that looks like my head moved, minus the hair, probably 4 inches forward. So that's an additional 4 times 10 to 12. Let's say my head weighs 10 pounds. That's 40 pounds of extra pressure on my spine right there just by dropping that rib cage. So that's really, really important. Now let's move on to the sensation of the feeling. This feel is also located in the lower lumbar spine. You should be able to feel when you get that arch in your back. And in fact, for many people, I'm one of those. If I just stand up straight and raise my sternum up and my shoulder and my head is where it's supposed to be in relation to each other, I get pain in my lower back immediately. So I can't stay in this position. I need to really get in there and create a neutral pelvis, but obviously that's not part of this video. So feeling the curve in the lower back, it's not only something you want to visually be able to see, but it's something you want to be able to feel. The other thing I want you to be able to feel is the rib cage, and it pushes into the upper abdominal wall, right up here in this region. And as it does that, it bows the lower abdominal wall out. So let's take a peek at right there. So I have nice yoga pants on that keeps my abs kind of in. But you can see that little bit of a pot belly, and you can see how it really dropped my chest down here. It dropped my chest on top of my rib cage instead of my chest being lengthened and up. But we can see at least kind of the flatter abdominal wall, and then as soon as I collapse, it bows the abdominal wall out. Something really easily to see, especially when you're in class and you're looking at other people doing it when you went through the workshop. So that is step one, and your visual, your feel is important. You'll be standing sideways in the mirror, and also take note in this position because it's only step one. So with step one, you've got too much curve in your back. But I also want you to take note that it throws the weight out to the balls of your feet when you have that excessive curve in the lower lumbar spine. And we're going to fix that when we get to step 3. So the next contrasting motion is shoulder blades up and shoulder blades down. So move on to the next video. All right, thanks.